Hey guys, winter's finally here in Louisiana. It's 40 degrees and dropping and raining all day. It's awesome. Here's the training update. Alright, so last week kind of talked a little bit about how I cranked my SI joint, glute, ligament in my butt, something. We're pretty sure it's a strained ligament, but it's feeling a lot better. That's the kind of big take home. Haven't run a lot. We've got a total last calendar week, Monday through Sunday. We spent a total of 17 minutes running, though we did manage to get about 3 hours of actual training time in between that 17 minutes of running and then swimming and biking. So we've actually been spending a decent amount of time in the pool and on the bike, and a couple little stress tests running wise. Wednesday last week I ran an easy mile, and my glute was like, I was feeling it afterwards, like walking was uncomfortable. And then we we rode the bike rather on Thursday, just an easy 45 minutes. I felt pretty good, but I didn't want to get greedy. It's kind of my first real ride on the bike, but it felt really good to get a solid 45 minutes in. I hadn't done that in weeks. Yeah, since November 14th was the last time I did a workout that long. So, starting to feel it between being sick and then getting hurt. Really glad to be able to get in and get something 45 minutes or longer in. Friday, we lifted. Not too crazy. Ended up running some folks I hadn't seen in a while, and ended up talking more than working out while I was at the gym. But I was able to get a short lift in, including the leg press, which did not hurt, which I was kind of surprised about. I didn't put any extra weight on it, but the sled itself was a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. I still need to look up how heavy it actually is because I'm kind of curious. So that morning, I also swam. And I kind of lost count. I was moving right along. My turnover rate was up, and I was moving right along. I think I was just paying more attention to my mechanics and breathing and that kind of stuff while I was swimming. And so I ended up going a little faster than I meant to. I still swam for a couple minutes longer than I meant to, but it's not like I was really looking at my watch while I was swimming. But I did swim. I got in like 1,150 yards. Apparently I lost 3 laps in there somewhere. I meant to swim just an even 1,000. But it felt pretty good. A little under 23 minutes. Not super fast, but we're moving right along, getting the heart rate up. And then Saturday, we had the Rudolph's reindeer race on campus. And last year, I've won it the 2 previous years. In the first 2 years, I won it. And then this year, like at the race last year, I volunteered to help run it this year, to help organize it. So I redesigned the course to have fewer people making wrong turns and that kind of thing. We got some people on bikes this year to help the leaders make sure they're making the right turns. So it went a lot better this year. I think next year we need to have an aid station at the halfway point for the slower folks. But yeah, so I got to ride a pace bike. So I ended up riding the course twice. Once with the other guys on bikes so that they would know where the course was, so that they would be able to direct people to make right turns. And then once leading the race. And so yeah, big shout out to Alex, by the way. He took it home with right around a 19 flat, I think. It's not a super big race. It's a toy drive for one of the local children's homes. But yeah, so we got a lot of toys in. I spent a total of almost 48 minutes on a bike, like an actual bike on the road, which was first time I think since moving here I'd done that. So 2.5 years. And it wasn't bad. My hip was a little sore afterwards. So like walking down steps wasn't the most comfortable, but other than that, I was okay. And then Sunday, I kind of put off going to get an easy mile in till the afternoon, and then I was trying to squeeze it in. So I didn't really warm up right. If I had been smart, I probably would have rode a bike for about 20 minutes first, just to kind of get stuff limbered up and warm before trying to run. But I ran 1 mile, and about the halfway point, like I was starting to become aware of my hip. But I ran it in about 8.5 minutes or so. So it was considerably faster than Wednesday. Wednesday, it was about 9.5 minutes. And then Sunday, I ran it in 8.5 minutes. So it's noticeably faster, going 8:30 pace there. But I also was running fast right out of the bat and I wasn't warmed up. So kind of curious to see how tomorrow morning goes. I'm going to attempt to go to the 5 a.m. track session. See what we got going on. But anyway, Monday, this week, so last week we totaled about 3 hours of work, not counting time in the gym. So far this week, we went to the gym yesterday morning, got good and warmed up, rode the bike 15 minutes to get warmed up. Then we did one round of the ballista workout, and I didn't use a big box for the side step ups, just because, trying to play it safe. And then the twisting lunges, I didn't use a weight like I normally would. And looking in the mirror, it looked like I was fairly stable doing it. The first couple reps pushing back up out of the lunge, I could feel it a little bit, but it felt okay. And then that afternoon, I had an opportunity to get back in after teaching a high-intensity class. Note, don't go to a fitness class where the instructor is working out. That's a recipe for you to get hurt, because if they're working out, they can't watch your mechanics and their mechanics. Demo, yes. Workout, no. So after the lunchtime cardio crushers class, I got half an hour in on the bike upstairs when we were wrapped up, and it felt okay. According to the bike, we're cruising at roughly 240 watts, keeping the heart rate kind of 155-ish. Which is about like what it'd be if I went for an easy run. So it's about the equivalent of like a 4 mile easy run, right, in terms of the metabolism. The calves were a little tight over the weekend. I'm not sure if it was from lifting on Thursday or if it was on the bike. But the medial side of my gastrocs were super tight all weekend. They're finally feeling better. They're still a little tender though. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I did. I'm assuming it was something on the bike leading the race. But we weren't going very fast. We were going like 6:30 pace. So it's not like we were pushing real hard. During the race, an estimated 42 watts. Not a lot. So I'm rather thinking it's probably something about the bike being on the inside bike. But I'm not positive. Because I don't imagine a couple of calf races would have gotten me like that. Because I did 3 sets of 15 on each leg, working on that ankle stability, because we're still working on that. So, anyway, so that's where we're at. 45 minutes on the bike on Monday today, an easy half hour on the bike, and then immediately got off the bike and ran 1 mile and on the indoor track, which is a little different, but it was inside. It wasn't 40 degrees and raining. And it was a nice controlled environment, and if I needed to pull the plug, 17 laps to the mile, so it's not like I'm a long way from where I need to finish. And it was all right. It's a little like feeling on the tail end. No pun intended. But overall, we started out about 7:30 pace, and then I backed it off to about 7:50 pace. But yeah, it went pretty well. I'm happy with it. We're getting noticeably better. We'll see how tomorrow goes. So, till next time, train smart.